game for Indiana as we take a look at Jamaal Wilkes, the 6'6" forward at the line.
And Stu, the one thing that we pointed out earlier is that it's strange enough to give you an idea of the talent of the Lakers. Kevin McKenna and Butch Carter were reserves with the Los Angeles Lakers, and of course both of them are on the floor right now. Matter of fact, Carter started for our Indiana Pacers.
Wilkes missing the front of 2 free throws. He's a 74% free throw shooter. Gets the second, and the former UCLA Bruin gives the Lakers a 6-point lead, 16-10. Jerry Sichting. Kevin McKenna is in the ballgame. That's been the only change from the starting lineup for everybody now. Stipanovich to Carter. Steve bouncing it inside. George Johnson banks it in, gets 2, and brings the Pacers within 4 now, 16-12. For Johnson, his first score of the night. Rambis to Kareem. He had 32 last night, including an alley-oop and a skyhook in the last minute of double overtime. Fall-away shot.
Oh, boy, what can you say? Boy, he just pushed it up with the leads. He didn't have that much effort to go into it. All he had to do was push it up as hard as he could because he was surrounded by 3 Pacers. Boy, I don't know if that was all skill on that one.
Foul. George Johnson was shooting,
number 31.
and Rambis draws the foul. That's his first personal foul and second team foul.
That's a good move by George. You see everybody's coming over, so he holds the ball back, pulls it back of his head. And that, if you want to teach high school players to how to get up as high as you can, and especially when you see guys jumping at the ball, pull it back, stay in the air, keep your concentration, and try to pull the 3-point play.
George Johnson, 84% of the line. There's the big man. Gets both. Brings the Pacers again within 4. It's 18-14.
And Stu, it's good to see him starting off like this because he's been having a few problems with his offense. He no doubt is one of the most consistent players in the Pacer organization.
Kareem was double teamed at that time by Stipanovich and by Carter, and they called it on Carter.
That's the one thing that you'll see quite a bit. We'll come from that weak side to the baseline and put as much pressure on them, on the players as possible, which is in this case Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the majority of times.
Kareem from the line hits about 70%. Jack McKinney watching the sidelines. There is the man who's going to be 37 come a month or so. He's something else. Makes it 19-14.
I was fortunate enough to grow up with him in the New York City area when he started, and he played against a tremendous amount of competition, and it had to help him to some extent in coming up. When you come up against Connie Hawkins and Roger Brown and Doug Moe and Billy Cunningham, those guys, you've got to improve.
April 16th, he turns 37.
Good pass off by Butch.
Stipanovich cuts the lead to 4. 2016. We've got 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Magic Johnson behind his back. Rambis jams. No basket. No basket. Riley comes off the bench saying, "What the hey?"
Maybe we can take a look at that. Kurt put his arm out, I believe, on this. Let's watch this now. He's going. See that arm? Oh, and he hits him hard. You saw that left arm, and the official was right on top of it. He pushed out right on that left arm and hits Stipanovich in the face.
George Johnson to Stipanovich from outside. He can hit him from there. He does. And the Pacers are within 2 now. 20-18 as Stipanovich has 4 points in the evening.
And I can't say enough about this guy. I've said, good pass inside as he really loses it.
Sichting, 3-on-1 break. McKenna, reverse layup, blew it. Rambis with the rebound. Half-court pass to Byron Scott. Short, Johnson, Sichting. Up and down we go, 4-14. Sichting underneath to McKenna. He gets 2. And the young man from Creighton, originally a 4th-round draft pick of the Lakers in '81, puts the Pacers at a tie. Now it's 20-20. They were down by 6. Wide open, hitting from the top of the key, Byron Scott.
And of course, once you double team, a man will be open on that. They try to slide over as much as possible and pick up a man, but somebody's going to be open on that play.
Scott has 6 points. That's his average so far. No, he's got 9-point average coming in. It's 22-20 Lakers, who have never trailed. Johnson winning the rebound battle there with Wilkes with 3.5 to go. Carter. High. Went off a fingertip. Saved by Kareem. Kareem underneath the Rambis. He jammed. And the Lakers are up by 4. 5 points for Rambis. Timeout is going to be called shortly as McKinney comes up. It's 24-20 Lakers. They were tied at 20 a moment ago. Biggest lead of the night so far, 6 by the Lakers. We have 3 minutes and seconds remaining in the first quarter as Stipanovich picks up his 6th point of the night and brings the Pacers to within 2.
Well, sooner or later, maybe Kareem will come out and guard him out there, and if he does that, that'll take him off the board, so that'll really help.
Kareem getting back to deflection. Scott moves in the corner. James Worthy off the bench. First substitution for Los Angeles. Missed the shot. It'll be Indiana ball. Worthy coming off the bench. He was the #1 draft pick of the Lakers in '82. Brings a 14-point scoring average in.
And also Herb Williams coming off the bench, as you see there. And he was a little tight on that particular shot and that rebound, so he'll loosen up as the game goes on.
Williams wearing number 32.
He's ready to loosen up right there.
There it is, 24 all. Mr. Williams. He had 10 points last night in his return to action after missing 10 games or so with the bad ankle. Illegal defense called against Indiana. So each team has been nailed now for the illegal defense, and McKinney yelling from the sideline saying, "Are you kidding?"
What happened there? And I didn't think it...
2:09 to play first quarter. Lakers and Pacers tied at 24. Byron Scott. The Lakers up by 2. Scott with 8 points now. And we've just reached the 2-minute mark. McKenna to Sichting. Trying to get around Scott. Sichting. Pretty good effort. Rebounded Worthy, losing it. Fight for the ball. Nader and Steppe. Brook Steppe bouncing around down there. Boys will be boys. We had one in Portland last week, didn't we?
Right, but Steppe is this type of ball player. He will fight you for it. I mean, look, you can see there, Nader's trying his best, but Steppe wants it, and he's that type of ball player. A lot of enthusiasm and aggressiveness.
That'll be a jump ball. Brook is only 6'5", while Nader comes in at 6'11". So guess who's going to win this one? Worthy. Magic Johnson. Minute and a half to play first quarter. Lakers up by 2. Pacers hanging in there. Worthy putting a pretty good move underneath on Williams. Going to be Indiana ball. Turnover time against the Lakers.
Good move by Kevin McKenna that came over to guard that weak side as Worthy tried to pass it off. A good defensive effort there.
Michael McGee now in the ball game for Los Angeles. McGee number 40. And Lowe is now in there. Sidney Lowe for Indiana.
You notice one thing, that Nader is playing. There's Nader's pass there.
Blocked by Worthy. Recovered by the Lakers. Underneath. Worthy. Lakers up by 4 over the Pacers with a minute to go in the period. Turnover time. Sidney Lowe brings it down.
And Stu, one thing there, that Nader is playing Stipanovich up. Oh, good.
Another steal.
I saw that coming.
Here comes Magic. There's nobody within 40 feet of him. And the Lakers have just had 2 quick steals to take a 6-point lead here in the closing seconds. That happened last week in Portland.
It's kind of uncharacteristic of Sidney Lowe.
Stipanovich hitting from far out. 30-26. They were tied at 24. Lakers are up by 4 now. The biggest lead 3 times has been 6. McGee to Magic Johnson. He's just looking for the last shot. Got 10 seconds on the 24-second clock. Puts it up. Doesn't get it. Rebounded. Worthy. He gets it. Foul. Lakers up by 6. Could be 7.
Stu, what happened there is that everybody went over for the Magic Johnson shot and left the boards open, the offensive boards. As a result, Worthy blasts in and get a possibility of a 3-point play.
James Worthy, #1 draft pick out of North Carolina, fails to make it a 3-point play. We've got 7 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Foul. Pass going over from Lowe to Steppe. And the foul is called on Michael Cooper, his first foul, 15 foul. I'm sorry, that's the third team foul against the Lakers. We've got 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Lakers trying to climb to within 4. They can't do it. Ball bouncing around, and at the buzzer, the shot toward the end of the year, December 30th. Had a beef with the folks that run the sports arena down by the Coliseum, so decided to build his own building. He now, of course, Jack Kent Cooke, owning the Washington Redskins, the former world champions of the National Football League. Sidney Lowe doesn't get it. Granville Waiters in there. Waiters for Indiana. Rebound, fast break, 3-on-1. Worthy, no. Traveling called against the Lakers. Gee, when you blow a 3-on-1 break like that and traveling, that's got to send Riley looking for something.
Well, we were fortunate enough that we didn't have Magic in there on that particular play because he makes those 3-on-1s work.
The Lakers do not have one starter in there right now. Brook Steppe fumbling hard to court.
Foul number 21.
Brook Steppe, young man from Georgia Tech.
I can't say enough. He puts that head down, all in determination, and even though he was fouled, he was going for that three-point play.
Fouled by McGee, his second, first team foul. Brook Steppe with an 80% free throw shooting percentage. Brings the Pacers to within 5, 32-27.
You know, Stu, I talked to a lot of the players on the Pacers, and they have a lot of respect for Steppe. They say when he comes in, things happen.
Lakers up by 4. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Michael Cooper. Underneath to McGee. Foul as he goes up.
What happened there, Stu, is you might see Sidney Lowe came over to help and left McGee out all alone. And he was spotted underneath, and as a result was open for the possibility of the point.
Foul is called on the former Ohio State Buckeye, Granville Waiters, his first foul, first team foul.
Well, we got Alan and Betty Elder from Shelbyville getting a hello from Bob and Sarah Frank, all relatives in Greenfield, Indiana.
McGee missing the shot. George Johnson with the rebound. Sichting underneath, intercepted. Worthy, McGee, Worthy, all by himself. McGee, Lakers up by 6.
They worked that fast break to perfection on that particular play. As a result, the open man underneath.
Jerry Sichting, 6'1", 180-pounder out of Purdue. Granville Waiters brings the Pacers again back within 4. Was that Johnson?
That was Steppe, of course, number 11.
10:22 to go, second quarter. As James Worthy hits away for the Lakers to give them again a 6-point lead here. Sidney Lowe. George Johnson. And Steppe. Tipped away by James Worthy. Sichting is out of there now.
Byron's got it.
I want to tell you, Stu, from way up here, and I'm not taking you got to have binoculars almost to tell the players. And I could, when you look at it from here, it almost looks like Sichting.
I thought it was Sichting. It was Steppe with that shot, yeah. We are high. Believe me, we're high. That's not an excuse. Here's Byron Scott underneath, behind his back pass to McGee, tipped away by Sidney Lowe. However, they say a Laker touched it last, so it'll be Indiana ball. Pat Riley played for Adolph Rupp at Kentucky. 5 turnovers by Indiana, 6 by the Lakers so far. Waiters pass. And the Pacers again within 4. 36-32 Los Angeles. 9.5 to play first half. Worthy waiting all by himself. And Nader.
The Lakers are really starting to catch on to that double teaming on from the weak side.
And we're resuming play here with 9:24 to go in the first half. Sidney Lowe. George Johnson. Brook Steppe. Finally gives off to Johnson, and he's hammered by Sven Nader as he tried to go up. You want to win a trivia question? Who's the only NBA number 1 draft pick never to start for a college team.
Ooh, that's a good one. Who is that?
A number 1 draft pick, never to start for a college team. The guy that just fouled, Brook Steppe, Swanator. He was a backup to Walton all through his college career.
He's always been a backup.
Yep. 9:05 to play in the first half. Indiana trying to get to within 4.
Didn't he play a little bit in the ABA, though?
Yes, he did. No, but I said he never started in college.
Oh, okay.
Never started in college. It's one of those tricky things.
Yes, got it on. Just dug it on.
Just dug it on you, Jerry. Byron Scott with the ball for Los Angeles, 38-34. Mike McGee makes it a 6-point lead, one more tie for Los Angeles.
Unsung hero. This guy could probably start on most teams, but he's with the Los Angeles Lakers, and Mike McGee just is happy to come off the bench and do his little thing.
He was a number 1 pick out of Michigan in '81 for Los Angeles. Brook Steppe. And he gets 2, and again, the Pacers are down by 4, 40-36.
Brook used that pick on the side very well and came off of it with the jumper. As McAdoo throws it away, trying to go in to Twin Nader.
Nader's tall, but not that tall. Nader's 6'11", 250.
Not that tall, huh?
That's it. And needed a ladder. Sidney Lowe working on McGee.
You know, McAdoo has some ties with Indiana. He played at Vincennes, played very well. Led him to a championship. George Johnson brings the Pacers to within 2 now, as Johnson has 8 points in the night. 4 in each quarter. George Johnson. Byron Scott with the ball. Rookie out of Arizona State. Ooh, you don't see that too much.
He took his eyes off what he was doing. There's a full court pass to George Johnson, and he banks it away. Waiters there with the rebound, and we are tied. Reggie Theus, Kansas City Kings take on your Indiana Pacers. Saturday night, March 17th, Pacers and Armour Food presenting King of Comedy, Bill Cosby. Get a ticket to the game. Show is yours free. A good move by the Los Angeles Lakers, as you'll see there. We had to come over and try to help, but they really worked on Sidney Lowe, having about a 6 or 7 inch advantage there. They worked it into McGee on Sidney Lowe. So McGee puts the Lakers up on top, 42-40. Backing in, they go to Waiters. Concentrates, shot, air ball, rebound is up, and it is good. Good aggressive heads-up play by Clark Kellogg, because as you saw there, they backed off of Granville Waiters, Kareem, to help out and gave him that shot, because knowing he's not a great outside shooter. We're tied as McAdoo tries to break the tie, doesn't get it. And in the fight for the ball, we've got Mike McGee. Mike McGee being nailed. First personal. 3rd team foul. Wilkes comes back in. As I indicate, we're doing very well on the board. We play well against this team on the boards. Here you see George Johnson coming over, and Mike McGee gets his own. There's Jamaal Wilkes back in the ball game. Number 14 with the ball now, Jerry Sichting, back in there for Indiana. Brook Steppe pushing away, getting one. That was a good move. I hadn't seen that much, where Stipanovich cleared out of there and left it to a one-on-one. March 13th. I'm flying in there. Oh, I see. Everybody around us got glasses on. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over Stipanovich. No. Good aggressive rebounding by Clark. Kellogg Sichting. Steppe. Underneath to Stipanovich. I tell you, I've always said that when we get the ball up court, we play extremely well, and we get good shots underneath. We're a good team playing group. We look for the man up underneath if they got a better shot. Pacers up on top now by 4 with 6 minutes to play. That's the biggest lead Indiana's had here in this game so far. And Magic Johnson back in there. Cuts the lead to 2, 46-44. Lakers 4 times have led by 6. Pacers once have led by 4. Pacers now up by 2 with 5:45 left in the half. Brook Steppe comes back out to Stipanovich, doesn't get it. Going up with the rebound, James Worthy. And the Magic Man, you can see he's hobbling a little bit, that left leg. He bruised it yesterday or last night in Dallas. Still was able to get 30 points. And they were trying to go without him as much as they could, but we played very well against the second team. Worthy blows the layup. Sichting bouncing it into Steppe. Fakes, waits. In the corner.
Ooh,
And
wasn't
the
that nice?
jam. Hello.
Oh, Clark.
Hello
Clark
there.
says, hey, come and get it if you want it. But I'm putting this one through. James Worthy went up, looked at Clark's momentum and said, forget it.
Kellogg now with 8 points in the night. He has a 19-point average coming in. And the Pacers are up by 4 with 4:45 left in the half. McGee, Wilkes, rebound, Kellogg, Sichting down court, Johnson, and the rebound is by Wilkes. Bumped into by Stipanovich, no harm, no foul.
Still a good shot by our Indiana Pacers. Whenever we move the ball down, we got a good shot. He did not hit it in the corner, but a good shot. Ooh.
Where was Magic going? Huh?
They could have easily called walking on that.
EJ stopping there unmolested. He takes one from outside and hits away. That's 8 points for Johnson. And the Pacers' lead is cut to 2 with 4 minutes to play in the half as Sichting works it around to Brook Steppe. George Johnson on the give and go. Steppe puts it up, gets 2.
Oh, I like the way he goes to the basket. He says, hey, I'm going in hard. You want to come get it? Come get it. But I'm going in as hard as I can. Good.
Interception there by Johnson. Breaking down his Steppe all by himself and blows the layup. Oh, my goodness sake.
That's embarrassing. But that was a dunk.
Somebody locked the door. Steppe blew a layup. There wasn't anybody within 10 feet of him. He's going over there and gets a pat on the back from Jack McKinney. Steppe sits down and says, I don't believe what I just did.
And that's a good thing to do to a guy. He's embarrassed as can be. He's trying to dunk with 2 hands. He pulls it back, and he loses it. He just lost it.
Pacers up by 4, trying to go up by 6, and they don't get it. As was almost a 3-point effort.
But once again, you got to give credit. He has a good pass underneath to Clark Kellogg. He's got Magic very low, and he tries to keep that concentration, knowing he's going to get fouled, trying to convert it into a 3-point play.
The Lakers have turned the ball over 10 times tonight. Indiana's only done it 5 times. Clark Kellogg is the line. There's his stats. And he gets the first of 2.
And Stu, that is one thing that we talked about at the very beginning of the show. If the Pacers can keep their turnovers down, they'll stay in the ball game because they rebound extremely well with this club.
So Kellogg gets only the front end of the 2 free throws, but the Pacer lead is 5. Johnson fouled as he drove in. Which Carter back in the lineup. Stipanovich is in there. Kellogg is in there. Sichting. Magic will have 2 shots.
There's Sichting and Williams is trying to get over there, but not in time enough, and as a result, Bush fouled.
51-47, 51-48. 3-point Pacer lead with 3:18 to go, first half. Here at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Seating capacity, about 17,005. Not that many here tonight. Sichting hitting away from far out. And the Pacer lead is 5 again.
We almost lost that, Stu, but we stayed in there with it. As a result, we got 2 points.
Johnson from outside. Foul underneath the basket.
Loose ball foul on number 33.
Kareem.
They call on Kareem. That's his first of the night. Second, I beg your pardon, second. And it's a 15 foul, which means a penalty situation. Pat Riley looks on from the sidelines.
Stu, one thing I noticed about Stipanovich, he, at the very beginning of the season, he took a lot of pushing, but as he's become a little more of a veteran, he is pushing back and he's fighting back, as was the case in the last game we did. He is not playing around. He feels that, hey, I'm here to stay.
Yeah, he got into a little bit of a scrap last week up in Portland. That was a wrestling match more than anything else. Stipanovich missing the first, but getting the second. Gives the Pacers a 6-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. So it's been a 12-point switch here because the Lakers led by 6 here early. Byron Scott to Kareem. And it's 54-50, Indiana.
Almost looked like he took a stutter step on that particular hook shot.
2.5 to play, first half. Kellogg. Williams. Herb was fouled by Byron Scott, I believe.
Right, Byron coming over to try to help out because he was really on his way to take Rambis to the hole. Byron trying to help out, pulled his arm.
So with 2:18 to go, Pacers up by 4, trying to stretch it out. Herb Williams, 71% the line, gets the front end. Making his return last night, contributing 10 points in a losing cause. Gets both. So it is 56-50. Kareem faked on Stipanovich. Oh, he moved inside, went around.
Just an absolutely nice move there. Nice move by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It'll be Indiana ball. It went off the hand of Scott last.
Is that fake, as you see here, Herb just about lost him, and Stipanovich had to come over to try to help out. Kareem kept it and went in for the hook shot.
2 minutes to play in the half, and the Pacers are up by 4. Kellogg underneath the Williams.
Really a good move all night long. Herb has been coming out. That time he stayed home. As a result, the lob pass and 2 points.
Top draft choice of the Pacers, an 81 out of Ohio State. Stipanovich rebounding. 6-point Indiana lead. They've got the ball. Threatening to make it an 8-point lead. They don't get it. The rebound is by Rambis. Quick break, all here to Wilkes. And a quick switch. They could have had an 8-point lead. It's down to 4. It's a 4-point switch.
One thing too about our Pacers, when we take that shot in the corner, we're vulnerable for that fast break. It happens all year long. I noticed that. They're really overplaying here.
Clark Kellogg. Stipanovich underneath in heavy traffic. Williams doesn't get it. Rebound. No. Follow-up. Yes. Clark Kellogg.
Clark is really showing his full game underneath and outside, and I tell you, he stayed with that one. As a result, we got the 2 points.
So it's a 6-point Pacer lead. 45 seconds to go in the first half. As Scream tries the skyhook, but is fouled.
I believe Stipanovich got him as he tried to get to a position. You got to try to stop Kareem from getting to his position. See, he wants to get us to a certain position. If he gets there, you can forget about it. He has practiced that thing for so many years that once he gets to that position, it's almost definitely a basket.
For Stipanovich, that's only his second team foul, but he was in the act of shooting, so Jabbar will get 2 attempts. He misses the front end. 44 seconds left in the first half, and it's Pacers up on top by 6 rather, 60-54.
This fella here could be the #1 scorer of all time before he's finished.
He'll overtake Chamberlain sometime this season. And Will lives here in Los Angeles, has said he'll try to be here when that night occurs, if it's a home game. Block. Johnson. Shot taken away by Wilkes. Scott. No. Wilkes. Yes. So it's a 60-57 Pacer lead. They led by 6 a moment ago. They now lead by 3. They'll try for a last shot. 10 seconds left in the clock. Plenty of time. Not so much time. 2 seconds. 1, you better get it up there, and he can't do it. Butch Carter. So the first half, 60-57. The club in November of '81, replacing Paul Westhead, and took the Lakers to an NBA title in the spring of '82. We're starting action here in the second half. Clark Kellogg with the ball, bouncing it over to Stipanovich, saves it, goes back to Kellogg. Sichting. Got Carter over here. George Johnson with a turnaround, is short, rebounded by Rambis. Johnson brings it down. Jabbar is in there, Byron, Scott, and Wilkes. So the same starting teams are in there for both clubs. And we've got a illegal 3-second violation called against the Lakers. Intercepted by Rambis on the pass intended for Kellogg. Magic. Can't get it. Wilkes not no. Back, so they were fortunate that time.
Right, that was the turnover there, and fortunate enough that the Lakers had a great opportunity to turn that into 2 points, but they didn't.
Quarterback Jerry Sichting setting him up now. George Johnson trying to go underneath the Kellogg. Foul. Somebody reached in. Might have been Scott. Might have been Rambis. Let's see.
I believe they kicked the ball. George Johnson's pass was kicked, and as a result, they're taking it out. Should be taken out on the side, right?
Over there, yeah. Kellogg to Sichting. We've played a minute in the third quarter. There's been no scoring in the second half. Still no scoring. Stipanovich misses. Scott. Short. Rebound Wilkes. Magic Johnson looking over to Pat Riley. E.J. Johnson. Irvin. Magic Johnson. To Kareem. No. And Johnson. George Johnson with the rebound. Butch Carter. Stipanovich. Underneath is Kellogg. Foul on the play. Basket counts. Could be a three-pointer.
I'm a little worried about Clark. He has not been feeling well at all on his knees, and he really took it hard. Butch Carter hit Stipanovich in the middle. Stipanovich made the play. A good move over to Clark, who slams it through and is fouled.
Magic Johnson drawing his second foul of the game. First team foul. Clark Kellogg trying to make a three-point play and give the Pacers a 6-point lead.
And Clark has been bothered by injuries, and I tell you, he's showing his determination to be out there.
Did not make the free throw. Lakers have not scored in the second half. Correction. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with his 15th point.
And that was not all Stepanovich's fault. He was hoping to get that weak side help that they've given him all game long. Nobody was there that one.
Kellogg ran over Rambis. Shot here, no good. Johnson gives the Pacers a 64-59 lead. George Johnson. And for George Johnson tonight, that's 10.
Good steal by George.
Johnson stealing away from Rambis. Pass broken up by Scott. Intended for Butch Carter. He goes to Magic. And he gets two. It's 64-61. Pacer lead, which was 3 at the start of the half, again is 3. By 3, 9:23 to go. Third quarter. Butch Carter with the ball. Stipanovich. Steppe working on Kareem. No, he's blocked by Kareem, and Kareem says, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
You gotta like the way Stipanovich took it to the bucket. He went real hard, really aggressive. All right, now he blocked, but you might have seen Kareem's hand was on Stipanovich down low. He blocked him high. He blocked, he was all ball high, but he hit him low.
Stipanovich at the line hits one. Kareem, the first man to reach 3 fouls tonight.
And the thing about this is the thing that makes him so strong, he can hit the jumper from outside, so Kareem had to come up on him. As a result, he was able to go around it.
The Pacers are up by 5, 66-61. Inside to Jabbar.
There's the help. There's the double help.
Underneath the Rambis.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Jack Rambis had set up housekeeping in the zone down there. Pass saved by Kellogg. Knocked down by Rambis.
And we can't continue to try that. That's the second or third time we've tried that long pass. Let's protect the ball as best we can.
Byron Scott. Rebound Steppe. George Johnson. I think he did a little traveling. George took a couple of steps before he passed the ball off to Kellogg.
Right you are, Stu, and I thought he should have passed it to Clark, who was right up court waiting for it, and then maybe get the ball back. As a result, he took it down himself, and as a result, the traveling call.
Byron Scott banks it in, cuts the Pacer lead to 3. 66-63. Indiana with 8.5 to play third quarter here at the Forum. Lakers were up by 6 at the end of 1. Pacers were up by 3 at the half. Pacers are up by 3 now. Carter with the fake. Steppe comes over here to Sichting. Blocked. Stolen by Scott.
That's the turnover. 2 or 3 in a row.
That's 8. And Magic Johnson's shot is blocked. Wilkes is there. Rebounds. He gets the bucket. And just like that, the Lakers are back within 1. Pacers Trying to hang on now. Just under 8 minutes to play, third quarter. Johnson, 10 seconds on the shot clock, on the 24-second clock.
Oh, I was watching that. Clark and Kurt Rambis were really banging underneath, and Clark tried to get good position. As a result, it was called.
So Kellogg draws his third foul, second team foul.
Weak side, but he's still pretty good.
Kareem with the bucket. For some reason, up on the scoreboard, they got a Laker forum welcome to Brook Steppe. And they've got an E on Brook, and why would they welcome an Indiana Pacer on the forum scoreboard? I'm not quite certain about that.
Well, Brook is well liked all over.
I know, but you don't put the visiting
you're right.
welcome up there. Okay, Kareem rebounds. Here's Magic down. Lakers are up by one, knocked away by Carter. They say it's going to be Laker ball.
Good attempt there, and I'm glad Carter was there and really guessed on that, and he guessed right. As a result, he knocked it out.
Looks like he's got his own fan club here. All right, here's Magic Johnson in the corner. He throws it away, but it went off. No, it's going to be in the other ball. It's a Laker turnover. That is their 14th turnover of the game. They've been averaging 19 all season, 24 turnovers per game in the last 5. That's one thing Riley's upset about over there. Stipanovich. George Johnson. No. Rambis leaves it there for Magic Johnson. He goes for a drive. He goes over here to Wilkes, but it went off a finger of a face of George Johnson. So it will be Lakers ball underneath their own basket. 6.5 to play, third quarter, and the Pacers are down by 1.
George having a few problems with his shot outside. Good move there.
Pacers are down by 3 after Byron Scott picks up his 12th point of the night. And the 5.5 minutes plays.
That's right.
All right, Kellogg with the ball. Tries to go underneath to George Johnson. Turnover again. Here comes Magic Johnson. Full steam ahead. The Laker lead is 5. 71-66. He's fouled on the play. And the foul is called on Stipanovich for Steppe. That's his third.
And if you watch this, he hangs in the air so long, and you don't know what he's going to do. Stipanovich came over a little too late because he was afraid that he might pass it off. Magic is awfully good in that respect.
Magic makes a 3-point play out of it, now has 15. Brook Steppe is in there to replace Butch Carter for Indiana. Sichting brings it down. George Johnson on Magic Johnson. Trying to go over. It tipped off the finger of Kurt Rambis, who was in pass was intended for Kellogg. 6 minutes to play. Sichting can't draw anything. Johnson now trying to give the Lakers an 8-point lead. Joe Wilkes does it, and that's the biggest lead of the night, 74-66.
And once again, I've mentioned this quite a bit. I've noticed is doing a lot of telecasts with the Pacers. When we take that shot from the corner, we're vulnerable.
Wow. Pacers, would you believe, have only 6 points in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter. Rambis committed the foul.
Good move to the basket by Clark, and Rambis goes over the top.
Meanwhile, while the Pacers have been held to only 6 points, 17 for the Lakers.
And Stu, I don't know if we've been held. We just have not taken advantage when we had the ball. We've lost the ball 3 or 4 times down the court, and as a result, the Lakers have taken advantage of our just losing the ball so very often, our turnovers.
Kellogg makes it 74-68, so it's a 6-point lead. The biggest lead so far has been 8.
A lot of credit there you got. That was called from the bench. Jack McKinney, they double teamed right after the free throw line, and they the free throw, I should say, there, and as a result, they threw it away.
Sichting now trying to capitalize on this turnover. George Johnson goes over to Brook Steppe, back to Johnson, top of the key, comes over to Sichting. Kellogg is inside, but he's pretty well guarded in there by Rambis. They go to Kellogg anyway, turns around, shoots over Rambis, and scores. 74-70, so they've picked up 4 points in a row, have the Pacers here in a hurry, 2 from the free throw line, and they've cut the Laker lead in half. It's a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Magic Johnson comes out to Byron Scott. They go to the big man, the captain, He can't get the shot. He recovers. He puts it up. He doesn't get it. And it's George Johnson with the rebound. Just under 5 minutes to go. Steppe.
Oh,
reverse layup to Kellogg.
Really, absolutely superb there.
And the Pacers are within 2 now, 74-72.
You got to give a lot of credit to George Johnson. He took that right off the board and hit the open man.
6 straight points by the Pacers. But the foul is called on Brook Steppe. Here.
Well, that's when that height, having that height advantage, of course, Magic Johnson being 6'8", 6'9", he just took him in, then pulled the ball back using his height.
Rambis drawing his 3rd foul goes out. James Worthy is in for Los Angeles, and Irvin Magic Johnson is at the line. 4:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Laker lead is 3. It's been a crazy game. Lakers up by 6 after the 1st quarter, down. Pacers were up by 3 at the half. Then the Lakers took an 8-point lead. Then the Pacers crawled to within 2. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles margin. Pacers at one time had a 6-point lead. Steppe working on Wilkes. Steppe from far out.
Oh, that's beautiful.
76-74 Los Angeles.
It was. Kareem just hesitated the least bit there, and Stipanovich took advantage of it.
Off Wilkes' hand, it'll be Indiana ball. I'm sorry, Laker ball. Last touch by a Pacer. Kellogg. Johnson goes to the big man. He's double teamed. He comes out wide open, Byron Scott, and when he's wide open like that, that kid doesn't miss. Scott now with 14 points, and the Laker lead is 4.
Well, they're taking that. They have to do that because they don't want Kareem to get that good hook shot, so they're double teaming. As a result, somebody is open. Good pass underneath by Clark into George Johnson.
George Johnson with 12 now. 2-point Los Angeles lead. 3:40 to go 3rd quarter. Intercepted by George Johnson. Turnover number 15 against the Lakers. Brook Steppe leads
Oh,
it
that
in.
was beautiful.
And we're tied.
Do the thing that he did. He took that right to the middle instead of going down the baseline, and he switched on the guy. As a result, good the New York Knickerbockers. It's just how you fit in with certain clubs. That means so much.
Bob McAdoo in the ball game now for Los Angeles. Along the way here with Worthy. Scott continues in the game along with Magic. Pacers have Stipanovich in there, George Johnson, Herb Williams, Sichting, and Brook Steppe. And McAdoo hits him outside. That's not a boo. They're saying do, like in McAdoo. He had a 13.9 average coming in right now, and he puts the Lakers up by 2.
And that particular ball player means so much to this club. If he's scoring well coming off the bench, they're going to be tough.
Alley-oop to Herb Williams. His shot is short. Under 2:40 to play 3rd quarter. Lakers are up by 2. Wilkes. McAdoo. Lakers are up by 4.
Well, Stipanovich did as much as he could with him. He was buttoning him with his chest, hitting and everything. McAdoo just faded back and threw it in.
McAdoo now in his 11th NBA, 114-106. Final score of the Pistons over the Bullets, 115-100. Here we're back to the action.
Boy, he's lighting them up, isn't he? He's come to the West Coast and he's lighting them up.
That's 17 points for Steppe. 2 minutes to play 3rd quarter. Laker lead is 2. Pacers trying to hang in there. Wilkes with a fake on Williams and scores. Wilkes has 13. Laker lead is 4. Now Pacers fight back. George Johnson, top of the key.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful. Herb Williams.
Yeah, it was. See, James Worthy really had it. He was ready to block it. He brought it back down. Worthy went past him, then he let it go again. Really a good move.
Williams had 10 last night in his return. He has 8 tonight, but Byron Scott gives the Lakers a 4-point lead again.
And he shook his head. That pass was long, and just so happens that Wilkes was there.
Brook Steppe is fouled as he goes up. Want to get that bucket, make a 3-point play out of it. Bangs his hand in disgust. He's a scrappy, aggressive basketball player.
Here's that little hesitation, then boom, he takes off. And there's the help from Magic coming from the weak side when he fouls him.
Magic drawing his third foul of the night. Magic and Jabbar, along with Rambis, all have 3 fouls for Lakers. Kellogg and Stipanovich, the only 2 Pacers who have 3 fouls so far. 86-83 as Steppe makes the first of 2.
I think once he has just a little bit more control of himself, this guy could be a heck of a ball player. I've always liked him because of that aggressiveness and that enthusiasm, and he can shoot it.
Lakers with a 3-point lead. Magic Johnson working his way around. And James Worthy makes it a 5-point Laker lead with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Not a strange game, hasn't it, Jerry?
Oh, yes, up and down.
Sichting. Back to Sichting. Rebound strong underneath the boards. That's James Worthy out of North Carolina. 35 seconds to go in the period. 14 seconds on the 24-second clock. Laker lead is 5. They'd like to have a 7-point lead before the quarter ends. Mike McGee is in, replacing Jamaal Wilkes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McAdoo has it banged away from him. Last touch by a Laker. It's a turnover, number 16 against the Lakers.
Give a lot of credit to Jerry Sichting, who helped out from the coming down from his guard position, slapped it off of his arm.
Sichting looking for that last shot. He's looking at the clock. There are 10 seconds left. Pacers are down by 5, and the bucket is good.
That's using your body. That's really using your body into the man.
And the Lakers, and how about that shot by Magic? 91-85, the 3-point bucket by Magic Johnson. We figure about 35 feet from up here. We'll have to do some measuring. Worthy, short. Pacers have it. Pacers are down by 6 now. 11:38 to go. They were outscored by 9 by the Lakers in the third quarter. Kellogg.
Oh, that's nice.
High arch.
Yeah, and plus you got to let that go right away because the guys are coming over. If he holds it just a second longer, they're going to get at it.
Kellogg is now the high scorer for either team with 21. Magic high for the Lakers with 20. Lakers are up by 4. Pacers trying to hang in there. Pacers were ahead by 3 at the half, but they were down by 6 3/4. Second Worthy miss here in the last 30 seconds. 1 minute is gone, fourth quarter. The Lakers are up on top by 4. Pacers have the ball, and it is Herb Williams who brings the Pacers to within 2, 91-89.
Good movement of the ball. We got the ball to the corner and had the guys cutting through. Herb was caught underneath. Good basket.
Mike McGee in there, goes to Scott. Way over the top to McGee. Shot is short, rebound, foul. Loose ball foul. Going to be against Los Angeles. McGee.
We have really been on the boards here. As you notice, there's McGee coming along, slapping Herb Williams, who has really been aggressive. He's really come back from that injury.
That's his second foul for McGee. First team foul, fourth quarter. Sidney Lowe in the ball game now for Indiana. Drives. Sidney Lowe gets to it. He's fouled if he scores. Could be a 3-point play. We're tied at 91. The Pacers could get the lead. How about that play by Sidney Lowe?
See that middle? He's got that middle open. He sees it, and he just slides right through it. Good body control and let it loose. He heard that whistle, but he kept his concentration. He said, uh-oh, got a chance for a 3-point play.
Second round pick for Indiana out of North Carolina State, trying to give the Pacers the lead. They have it. 92-91 Pacers.
Good aggressive play here by Sidney, really playing tough here.
7-1. The Pacers have outscored the Lakers since we've begun the fourth quarter here. A steal by Indiana. Low.
And a foul by Byron Scott, I'm sure.
Third foul called against Byron Scott. Third team foul.
And you got to give credit here to Claude Kellogg. He overplays on that weak side. You'll see it coming up. There he goes. See, Claude slaps it away, Sidney grabs it, and then he's fouled there by Byron Scott.
Kevin McKenna, the ball game for Indiana with the basketball now. Stolen away by Magic Johnson, and a foul called on
Kevin McKenna, I believe.
Put a hand right in the face of Johnson.
Kevin McKenna.
That's his first. That's the first team foul against Indiana. 9:47 left. Pacers are up on top by 1. Yes.
They're really catching that a lot because of the aggressive play underneath to get free in the corner.
They got McGee with his 3rd foul. That's the 4th team foul now against the Lakers in a little over 2.5 minutes here in this 4th quarter. 92-91. Pacers are up on top, trying to extend that lead. Brook Steppe to Kellogg. A hand on his hip by Worthy. Turning around, can't get it up, is Williams. Stolen away, full court pass. Byron Scott. El Chamo.
Oh, he really put that fella through there.
El Chamo.
Good pass, and when you lead a guy like that, he's got the momentum going to him. Here Herb tries to come back. He pulls it back and lets it loose. Oh, let's look at this from another side. You'll see Herb come in from the weak side and ready to block it, but he pulls it way back and pulls it through.
So a 3-point effort here by Byron Scott, and the Lakers have taken a 2-point lead. 94-92, 9:15 to play in the ballgame.
Well, there was a lot of controversy about that Norm Nixon trade, but I have to believe that this fella is really starting to come, huh?
Well, yeah, a lot of folks in Los Angeles did not like the trade.
Right.
Nixon was a very popular player. It's going to be Indiana ball. He was a very popular player here. When they traded Nixon down south and got Nader and got Scott, a lot of grumbling. You're getting a rookie and you're getting a fellow that never was a starter. But Scott's made believers, believe me. He's come along, this young man out of Arizona. He went to school right near about a half a mile away from us right now, Jerry. There's a school called Morningside High out here in Inglewood, and that's where he went to high school.
That's one of the plays that the Pacers have been extremely successful in, where Herb Williams comes around and they set a pick for him, and he's normally open 80 to 90% of the time.
Herb Williams getting the first of 2. If he gets the second, we'll be tied at 94. Show you how wacky this game has been if you just haven't been with us throughout the contest. The Lakers led by 6 after 1. The Pacers led by 3 after 2. The Lakers led by 6 after 3, and we're tied at 94. And the Pacers have had a lead of 6 a couple of times here in the second half. So it's been a wacky game. Magic Johnson, he goes to McAdoo. He tries to bring rain, doesn't get it. Air ball. Steppe stops, shoots, scores.
Good move. Really, the man underneath was covered, so he just stopped and took the jump shot.
Pacers are up by 2 with 8.5 to go. McAdoo. Steppe or Herb Williams. Somebody got him as he was going down the middle.
Number 32.
They got Williams. He picks up his...
It's a shame here because Clark comes over and really helps out nicely. It would have been a charge there, as you saw, but Herb got him before the charge took place.
4 team fouls against the Lakers, 3 against the Pacers. Pacers now could get a 4-point lead. Alley-oop pass.
Oh, that's a shame because it was perfect.
Too high. Steppe went up, but he was too high. And they're calling a foul against the... By the name of Dennis Venetian. He's been a statistician with me for 14 years. He's working his 8th basketball game in the last 3 days. They had a PCAA conference tournament here at the Forum the last 3 days. He worked 7 games there, and he's working tonight. He won't be sleeping for 4 days.
Well, we got a big game coming up tomorrow, and it's Kevin. Oh, that's dynamite.
Kevin McKenna gives the Pacers a 4-point lead, 98-94. He'd love to be instrumental in beating his ex-teammates here, the Lakers.
And look at Sidney. He is on top of Byron, playing him extremely well. Here's a weak side.
Worthy ran into Steppe, saves it, knocked away, recovered by Wilkes. 7:40 to play in the game. Look at Williams all over Wilkes. 16 on the shot clock. Foul is called.
I'm kind of surprised that the shot clock has only 16.
Yeah, something's wrong there. My guys are looking at the clock. Indiana has outscored the Lakers 13-3 in this quarter. Can you believe that? And the Pacers have a 5-point lead and a 4-point lead, and they have the basketball. Steppe makes it a 194 lead, a 6-point Indiana lead.
And Steppe is just playing superbly. And you got to play him straight up because Clark is underneath. You can't help out.
Steppe's got 15 points in this ball game. No wonder he had his name in lights. Jabbar missing the hook. Rebound missed. It's Laker ball.
Jabbar only had one. Kareem had one place to go, and that was to the middle because we helped out on the weak side, drove him back to the middle.
7 minutes to play. The inbound pass to Kareem. The hook shot. He got the bounce, and the Pacer lead is 4. We're just under 7. McKenna. McKenna fouled by Wilkes. Second personal against Wilkes. It's, however, penalty time for the Pacers at the line.
He's on the arm. He blocked the ball. Now, he stole it the last time, and he appears as if he didn't do anything, but he got him on the arm.
2 shots.
And if Jamaal, sorry, Stu, if Jamaal had seen that on television, he still would have said, I didn't block it. I didn't hit him on the arm.
One of the nicest guys you'll find anywhere, Jamaal Wilkes. Kevin McKenna gives the Pacers a 101-96 lead. It's a 6-point Pacer lead with 6:38 to go.
And he has Brook Steppe on the bench, I'm sure, to give him a breather. I'm sure he's going to come back with him down the stretch.
The bounce pass to Jabbar, the hook shot. Lakers are within 4.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot. It had to be because he got help from Kellogg on the weak side, and he still threw it in.
Can the Pacers do it? Butch Carter back in their guard now. Goes to Kellogg. 6:13 to go. Still by deflection. Full court pass to McGee. He gets 2, and the Pacer lead is 2. So the turnover converted by the Lakers. Now the Pacers want to settle down. Lowe and Carter are your guards. Sichting is out. Steppe is out.
We don't want to settle down too much. The things that have gotten us there is the aggressive play. Good pass to Hurd.
Williams gets it back. Williams puts it up. He doesn't get it. The rebound is there by McKenna. So it's a 4-point Pacer lead now. 104-100.
Good pass by Sidney Lowe that got that started. And when Hurd missed it, Kevin McKenna was right there for the rebound.
Stipanovich taking off the jacket. He's about to come in. They go to Jabbar. He goes to Wilkes from the line. Doesn't get it. Rebound by McGee. 104-102 Indiana. 5:19 to play in the game. Lowe bouncing it in. Williams well covered by Jabbar. They want to get Stipanovich in there. They go to Carter. Man shelling defense. Here's Carter with the layup. Blows the layup.
Deeper.
Full pass comes down to McGee, and he's hammered as he puts it up. Doesn't get it. Jabbar follows up with a foul. Is called. No basket. And here comes Stipanovich back in the ballgame for Indiana.
Here, we got the lead here after that miss. Here, Sidney did the right thing, trying to block him and at least follow. Don't give him that easy shot, and he almost got it in anyway.
Lowe with his first personal foul, 4th team foul. McGee at the line brings the Lakers to within 1 of Indiana.
Now, there's been a big change in the lineup. Brook Steppe has gone to the bench, and as a result, the Pacers have fallen a little bit here. I hope we can bring Brook back in here a little bit soon.
Sidney Lowe brings it down. We are tied at 104, just under 5 minutes. McKenna misses. Rebound, missed by Carter. Regained by Magic Johnson. There goes the racehorse down the court. Johnson puts it up and doesn't get it. There's a foul. We're tied at 104 with 4:39 to go. Here comes Steppe back in there.
Here it is. You don't know what he's going to do, but most of the time right up there.
Sichting is in. Steppe is in at guard. Lowe goes out. So does Carter.
Got to give a lot of credit to Sidney Lowe. He did a real good job while he was in there. Now he's going back with his veterans, the guy that has been with him for a long time, George Johnson, as well as Jerry Sichting.
All right. McKenna goes out. George Johnson is in there. Magic Johnson accounts for his 21st point. and puts the Lakers up by 2. 4:35 to play in the basketball game, and there's your score. Don't go away. Don't send the laundry out. This could be a good one. Sichting. Stipanovich. Steppe back to Steppe. Oh, by himself. It's blocked. Steppe shot blocked. Rebound. Put it up. Gets it.
Oh, really good.
Kellogg.
And Clark saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming at it, so he threw it way up high on the backboard, and it went through.
Tied at 106. Johnson into Jabbar. He's bumped in there by Stipanovich.
And you might notice also that Stipanovich is talking a little bit. He didn't see anybody coming from that weak side. You might have seen him take a look, and then as a result, he bumped him because he knew he would lose him.
Stipanovich, the first player to draw 4 fouls for either team now. But you got to leave him in there. Kareem with 21 points tonight, trying to break the 106 tie with 4:03 to go. Jabbar has 22.
And Stu, we have 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the ball game. Now this will make and break ball players. This is when you can tell. This separates the men from the boys as far as professional basketball is concerned.
So the Lakers lead it by 2, just under 4 minutes to go. Sichting bouncing it into Stipanovich. He goes to Steppe. Steppe's got 4 fouls. He's got to be... He makes a good move on Jabbar. He banks it and gets it. We're tied at 108. Stipanovich now with 19.
The thing there that really helps is George Johnson. There's the weak side help. Really good.
Kareem well covered. Worthy. No. Rebound. Kareem. That's 25 for a guy that's going to be 37 years old next month. You and I be looking for the rocket chair.
And he might get his age tonight. You never know.
3:15 to play in the game. The Lakers lead the Pacers by 2. George Johnson fall away. Does he get the bounce?
Yes. I'd say we've come up with some key baskets all the way through. If we can play the defense on this end, we're in good shape.
110, just under 3 minutes to play.
And they are pushing. Kareem and Stipanovich are really pushing.
Kareem double team, tries to get it stolen by Johnson. Here come the Pacers. Steppe puts it up and gets 2.
There you go.
Long pass all the way back to Magic Johnson and knocked away from him. Who came out of where? That Steppe?
It's Sichting, I believe.
That was Sichting. It couldn't have been Steppe. He was still down the other. Best record in the NBA. That's it all right there. Now Magic Johnson's at the line and he misses the first of 2. So he can't tie it.
And that really was from basket hanging because everybody, when Steppe went down, Kareem and Magic stayed on this end of the court, and as a result, he missed 2 here.
Oh my goodness.
And we got this is good.
Stipanovich.
Good position.
All right, at guard, Sichting and Steppe.
We need a basket here.
Got George Johnson, Kellogg, and Stipanovich up front. Stipanovich goes to Kellogg, alley-oop. He's underneath. He lays it up. He's got 2.
Beautiful move.
114-110 Pacers with 2:20 to play.
And that particular play was called from the bench on the timeout. The backdoor to Clark Kellogg.
Scott moves around to Johnson. They go to Wilkes. Sagging in is Kareem on Stipanovich. They 2-team him. The shot from the baseline is no good. Off the fingertips, recovered by Indiana. Foul is called. Called on Magic Johnson.
Good aggressive play by George Johnson. Here, Jamal's shot goes long. George loses it. He stays with it. Magic comes over the top and fouls him.
That's Magic's 4th of the game. We're already in the penalty situation. So with 2:01 to play, the Pacers lead it by 4.
And these are very, very important free throws. George is a good free throw shooter. Good concentration.
George Johnson, 82% from the line. Look at the concentration. The big man from St. John's. Now in his 5th year. Gets both.
Now the defense. Here again, they played a real good, strong defense. Steppe is really playing him hard and putting a lot of pressure on Magic.
Pacers for the 3rd time have a 6-point lead. Just under 2 minutes to play. They go to Kareem. It's stolen by Steppe, and he's banged into by Wilkes.
Yeah, good move. You got to give a lot of credit to our defense, and Jack McKinney has done a heck of a job in preparing. See here, Steppe coming to the weak side as Stipanovich is on the other side of him. So they've been double teaming Kareem on both ends, one side, and leaving that weak side open, and Kareem thinks he has it, but then at the last minute a guy comes over and makes the steal.
Now you saw McKinney talking with Sichting. Steppe will go to the line. He has 17 points tonight. He's also had his name in lights. 1:47 to play in the game. I got to figure that one out.
Maybe that's the reason he's playing so well. He knows a lot of people here.
The Pacers get their third free throw out of 3 shots here in the last 20 seconds. And they now have a 7-point lead. That's their biggest lead of the night. And the Pacers are now leading by 8.
And I'm still worried.
School is out.
I don't know. Let's hope so. They have played just superbly.
Johnson to Wilkes to Johnson. 1:35 remaining. Far side, push hand, doesn't go.
Good rebound by Clark.
Indiana has the ball. Kellogg has the ball now. And he goes to Steppe. Pacers in great shape with an 8-point lead. A minute and a half to go in the game. There's your clock.
You're going to play it down. Now's the time. Take your time.
Sichting.
He's moving everybody out for the double pick. Stipanovich comes out.
George Johnson. He walked.
Yep,
He took
good
a little walk
Good
in the
call.
park. Yep. So turnover time. Here come the Lakers back. You still got a minute and 5 to go. Now
we got a minute and 5 to go. 3
from the baseline. No. Recovered in there by Worthy. He doesn't get it. And just as Wilkes goes up, he is fouled by Sichting. So there are 57 seconds left in the game. Pacers lead it by 8.
Here's Jerry comes over, hits him in the eye a little bit, trying to get the ball. He's still hurt by that. But he seems to have recovered pretty well now as he goes to the free throw line. But we kind of lost concentration, Stu, on the boards there. They took 3 shots at it.
Wilkes, short. Jamaal with 13 tonight. Has not scored in the 4th quarter. In fact, only 3 Lakers have scored in the 4th quarter, haven't they? 4, actually. Jabbar, Magic, Scott, and McGee.
We have a double lane violation. There will be a jump ball at midcourt.
A double lane violation is called. Somebody jumped over before the ball was in the air, so we're going to have a jump ball in center court. Stipanovich and Jabbar.
Yeah, 2 players from, 1 player from each team was in there before the ball reached the rim.
57 seconds left in the game. The Pacers are up on top by 8, trying to score a major upset. Stipanovich got his hand on it before the ball came down, but he hit Jabbar, and so they're going to have to do it again. That was a bad throw. And McKinney is yelling. Riley is yelling. O'Donnell, the referee, is saying, come on, guys, settle down here. Meanwhile, they used a second of time.
And Stu, you don't see it in your screen, but they got Clark in the back. Ooh, he's hit.
Oh, Stipanovich got it right in the ribs from Kareem.
And I tell you, and Kareem is still, look at this now. Oh, no.
Oh, he got it in the face.
Oh, that's not right.
Kareem hits Stipanovich right in the face, and down he went.
I don't know why people are booing here. I thought that was a cheap shot.
Kareem is not that type of player, even though Ken Benson won't back me up.
Well, I tell you, they had been pushing each other all night long, and they really have. And I'm sure that the tempers are high on both sides, but Stipanovich stayed in there with him, did not give up any. Not 1 inch, 1 iota. And as you saw there, that appeared to me to be a pretty cheap shot.
He gets his second basket. Well, I think Indiana's got it right now.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about this.
Don't you?
Oh, I feel great, I tell you.
You got yourself a 9-point lead with 55 seconds left.
We're going to have some celebrations around here at the hotel, I tell you.
Pacers trying to culminate a 6-game road trip here by picking up a win.
Beautiful.
There's a save by Kellogg.
I tell you, that is really symbolic of the type of play we've had.
Foul in the backcourt on Byron Scott. Sichting with the ball. He'll go to the line. 39 seconds to go. Mass exodus here.
I tell you, and I feel good. I think we got this one.
The folks are heading for the freeway here now at the Forum. The Indiana Pacers, who came into this game had won 3 out of 20 out of 31 on the road, had lost 6 straight. They've been playing all week, all up and down the West Coast. Where'd you been? Tacoma, Portland. You'd been in Oakland. You came down to San Diego. You went to Phoenix, and you're playing here tonight. All in the since a week ago last night.
And you got to give credit to this club because
25. Steppe had 19. Williams had 12. Sichting had 6. Stipanovich had 20. Been spread out a little bit. Byron Scott, 3-point play. No. Rebound, yes. Mike McGee. It's a 121-112 game. 30 seconds to go. Delivered foul. McGee, he fouls Sichting. But they got to have a couple of Hail Marys. They'll never do it. As far as the Lakers are concerned, it was Jabbar with 25, Magic Johnson with 22, Scott with 19, and McGee with 14.
And Stu, I tell you, one guy that's extremely happy with this win has got to be Jack McKinney.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. With the background and all that controversy, of course, of him coaching the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you read Kareem's book, he indicates that Jack is a real good coach, he feels, and he got him started.
All right, it's 123-112. The Pacers have it by 11 points. Make it 9. But there's only 15 seconds to go. Worthy with the bucket. Sichting foul down there by Scott. There's Magic Johnson. And there's only 14 seconds left in the game, and the Pacers can mail this one home.
Yeah, one of the few times you don't see Magic with a little smile on his face at this time in the ball game.
Jerry Sichting at the line, missing the front end of 2. So the Indiana Pacers, all right. That ought to rejuvenate interest when the Pacers come home to take on the 76ers next Tuesday at Market Square Arena. Long road trip. Scott with a fake on Sichting. Arches one high, doesn't get it. Rebounds Stipanovich. 5 seconds to go. Steppe trying to run out the clock. He's fouled. And the Pacers, who have been on the road, and I said they played last Friday night at Tacoma, Saturday in Portland. Earlier this week they were in Golden State. Then they went to San Diego on Wednesday. Then they went to Phoenix last night. Then they're here tonight. They're going to catch an all-nighter, the Red Eye Special to Chicago. They won't get back to Indianapolis till about 10 o'clock in the morning, Indianapolis time. And they're going to come out of here with a win. It's going to make that long flight a lot easier.
It's going to be a lot of fun, I tell you.
4 seconds to play.
Brook Steppe.
Oh. How many's he had tonight? 21 points for Steppe, our player of the game. 3-2. Byron Scott puts it in the air and doesn't get it. The ball game is over. And the Indiana Pacers have upset the third quarter to lead it by 6. And the Pacers come back with a strong fourth.